My name is Mary Radcliffe.
A former court-appointed child advocate, Mary volunteered to help children in our state's foster care system.
I still see the same children still in the system looking for a permanent home.
This year, Governor Gregoire vetoed nearly $3 million for our foster care system.
You ever watch one of those nasty political ads and wish you could freeze your TV and fact-check it right there on the spot? Well, it turns out that with this thing we call the Google and your trusty remote control, you can pretty much do exactly that. And that's exactly what I did when this particular piece of garbage recently ran across my screen. A sympathetic-looking child advocate pimping for Dino Rossi and warning that Governor Gregoire is hurting our children? The first thing that went through my mind was, who is this Mary Radcliffe? And what makes her such an authority? Not surprisingly, it turns out Radcliffe is a longtime Republican, the spokesperson and co-chair of John Carlson's Anti-Affirmative Action Initiative 200, and a Washington state delegate to the Republican National Convention in 2000, handpicked by the Bush campaign to add a little color to the festivities. That only scratches the surface of this blatantly deceptive ad. For in identifying herself as a court-appointed special advocate, Radcliffe has not only violated the policies and trademarks of the Washington State Court-Appointed Special Advocate Association, she also violated the code of conduct she swore to, a code intended to preserve the integrity of this program, a program that protects children in need. That's why when this ad first aired back in June, the association's attorneys contacted both the Rossi campaign and the BIAW, and the radio stations promptly pulled the ad from the air. Now the ad's running on TV, and I'm not the only one who's finding it a total load of shit.
Then there's the ad against Governor Gregoire, featuring a former social worker named Mary Radcliffe.
I still see the same children still in the system looking for a permanent home.
The good news, Radcliffe does exist. The bad news, the rest of the ad is misleading.
This year, Governor Gregoire vetoed nearly $3 million for our foster care system.
That's true, but the ad leaves out the fact that foster care's budget has gone up $120 million since 2006. And the newspaper quotes do say the system needs help, but do not blame it on the governor.
I gotta get me some of them fancy graphics. When Governor Gregoire ran an ad accurately criticizing Dino Rossi for opposing embryonic stem cell research, the Seattle Times saw fit to editorialize, demanding that she pull the ad because in their view the issue was not real. But when the building industry illegally funds an ad about child welfare, featuring a longtime Republican Party activist masquerading as a child advocate, all the while lying about the governor's record, what do we hear from our amen editorialists? That's the sound of politics as usual, right here in Washington State.